Stereo. Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the Grand Trivia stage our great leader, our Grand Aquarium Emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Trivia Master Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not. We must find the noise.
Yes.
To pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello and welcome to Grand Trivia, the only trivia show in any dimension where the points do matter and losing will cost you everything. I'm Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire, and with me, as always, is intern creepy, kooky, mysterious, and spooky.
Hello everyone. Halloween in January.
It's Halloween in January here on Grand Trivia.
It's Halloween in January. Wow.
How fiendishly droll.
It was a lot harder to kill that horse than they made it seem in Thoroughbreds.
Well, you don't
Who
see.
watched Thoroughbreds? Come on.
See, I have a question about that horse.
Yes?
Was he more horse than a man? Or was he more man than horse?
Always a Clydesdale, never a Clyde.
Always a Clydesdale, never a Clyde.
I feel like I sound terrible.
You do sound
and now
very
I
quiet.
sound a lot better.
Yes, you got to get
there
that
we go.
microphone closer to your mouth.
There we go. This stupid 3rd dimensional equipment.
Yes.
Ew, gross, yuck.
Gross. There we go. Now I sound better too. We were
Yes.
both a little quiet at the top of the show.
Hell. Wait, that wasn't a real horse. It was at one point.
It was.
But the question is, was it more horse than man? Or was it more man than horse? Did I murder
That
a man
is literally what I said.
and a horse and then put that
I said that. Like
the horse head over the man's head? No, I mean, you originate all things, Fluval.
I know.
That's why it doesn't matter if I say it again, but it seems like it's first to the lowly 3rd dimensional beings who are watching this show because they are on a stupid linear timeline. Ew, gross. Couldn't be me.
So gross.
Intern
So
Tiny
gross.
Mike.
Intern Tiny Mike.
Tiny Mike.
Then Bojack Boozled.
Yes. Fluval,
Yes.
how are you? Fluval, how are you?
I'm great as always because I have 10 Titanic trivia questions, not about the movie Titanic, more in their scale to bring to you. So why don't we get our quiz kit started?
Oh,
again,
my
if
God.
if you didn't play last time we had a show, not leaderboard. Be sure to follow the instructions at that link
Leadership, that's for aquarium.
to get access so that your name can appear on our leaderboard.
Sleep is magic. It allows you to suffer more for us, and we are so
suffer for
pleased about that.
us.
Yes, hail Fluval, yes. When Vamps was Vamps, will be Vamps again. Everyone, Amy Heckerling's Vamps, which you can watch for free with ads on YouTube. We need like a Vamps trailer. We need.
You're funny.
Yeah. When vamps, that's right.
Yes, it's Halloween in January, where correct answers will gain points.
Yes.
Wrong answers will lose points. And of course, the quicker you answer, the higher you score. Not answering does not affect your points. Pete, does not affect your points.
Vamps is always win. That is a true thing, Alice.
And the player
for
with
sure.
the most points
Oh no! A
at
new
the end
one.
is the winner.
A
And
new one what? What I'm trying to do is read out
What?
the comments because I've been told that your lowly third dimensional computers, the way that this program works,
yeah.
if I put up your comments, you can't see them over the quiz. And of course,
Like this,
Fluval
see?
is just more important than all of us. So of course, Fluval's quiz is like tantamount.
Blocktoven, if you watch on Twitch, you should be able to directly just click on the video to play. What part can't you figure out?
The CBC strategy? What's that?
What is the CBC strategy?
Yeah, what is
my
the CBC strategy?
Pelocalypses is to be wrong, they're right. Yes, you have to give it access so that your Twitch username will appear on the leaderboard between questions. Otherwise, your contestant number, whatever you are.
Wow. So you can only see like the first
Yes.
part of the comment. So if I put that up, can that act like a footnote where you will see the first part of the comment
Oh.
and think, oh, intern
Yes.
Christy wants me to read so-and-so's comment.
It does matter. There are below that there are additional instructions on how to do it on the mobile app. Yes, it's the
Wow.
icon at the top right of chat if you're on mobile, but you can still give access so that your name appears on our leaderboard.
Yes.
But we'll give you a couple more beats to figure that
Yes.
out before we begin.
Truly an
Halloween in
icon.
January.
Found it.
Blocktoven's found it, so that means it's time to
How are
start.
we going to manage our chat, though?
Question
Fluval?
1. Franklin Mars named which of these candies after his recently deceased racehorse? Bounty, Snackretariat, Kudos, or Snickers? Lock
Maybe it
in.
was Twix, Halloween in January.
Lock in your
Halloween in
answers
January.
about which of these candies was named after Franklin Mars. Then,
Slander. I just heard some slander.
yeah, that was slander from Alice Forever Cemetery. The hell was from Lena316.
Oh, wonderful.
As
Hello.
well. Be
Hello,
sure to get your
Lena
answers in.
316.
Your answers are all in. And don't forget to flex.
Which of these candies Mwahaha.
And don't forget to use the flex option that you have in the quiz kit thing. And thank you for the raid, Wiz World Live.
Hello, Wiz World Live. Welcome
This
to
was our-
Halloween in January. Oh, I'm so sorry, Fluval.
This is our first question of Halloween in January, so there's
Halloween
still
in
plenty of time
January. Halloween in
for you to
January.
join our game of trivia.
Yes,
But-
join us and suffer. Oh, wonderful.
That was from Alice Forever Cemetery.
Yes, thank you so much. Join us and suffer.
As you can see, the quiz covers.
Yes. We have some wonderful,
chat.
but we appreciate your knife,
Knife,
wizard,
knife,
wizard,
ponder
wizard.
orb, ponder orb, ponder orb.
Ponder orb. I love
Yes,
that.
you got to ponder the orb, as
Ponder
you should
that
ponder
orb.
the correct answer, which is Snickers. All of you got it right, because you're not yourself when you're hungry. You're Franklin Mars's dead horse.
And remember, everyone, you have the ability to flex, which means that
Potatoes,
independent
boil 'em,
of our
mash 'em, stick 'em in a
choice,
stew.
your icon will appear
Yes.
on screen. It will, and it will show off your score, but you only get 3. And
You
if
do.
you fuck it up, oh, your planet will never see tomorrow. That was perfect.
That
Who
was
gave
Missy.
me that? Thank you, Missy.
But we also have a Fluval's Fact Fractal.
I don't know how I feel about this quiz.
I
then.
don't know. I don't love that this quiz sits on top of our bumpers too.
Like, why does it get to tell us what to do?
Because it's a clickable overlay on top of the video on Twitch, so it is on top of everything.
I know, but they're like defying your will, Fluval.
I don't love that part. But
Just saying.
the dead horse isn't the only animal connection to Mars Candy. Mars Incorporated also owns multiple pet care brands, including Pedigree, Imes, Whiskas, and Aquarium Pharmaceuticals, Inc.
How dare it?
They also have a large
Fluval.
stake in Banfield Pet Hospitals and outright own VCA Animal Hospitals. But they do not own Fluval Aquatics or this fish. Nobody owns this fish.
No one does. No. Shall we go over the comments that have come in since you started talking, Fluval? We have bring back crowd purr.
Oh yeah, the one where it just gives you weird answers.
And points when you don't get the question right. How dare it cover up Fluval? Yes. Just, can we make this comically worse by having the quiz take place on a parallel Twitch account? I love that idea. The option.
Also, Thingsfromthevoid. I can't move it because it's a hard-coded overlay on top of the Twitch window. So, like, look at this. Okay. I'm going to move the trivia source around. You see, it doesn't move
Happy
it.
Jan, you scary.
It doesn't move it on the actual video. It just moves around.
And is below.
and it moves it around for the viewers after the fact.
I am going to build a trivia platform. I'm going to start tonight, Alice.
It will be so much better than this.
It will be so fucking good.
Oh, and here's the other thing. We can't move where the comments appear.
Yeah!
StreamYard doesn't let me drag around where the comment pops up.
Just the lack of freedom that we are experiencing as consumers.
Look, only humans should have to put up with this kind of suffering.
Precisely. This is what a bunch of humans gave up their freedoms for. That's what it is. That's what capitalism is. Why are we subject to it?
We shouldn't be. But
no, we should just be watching it happen on late stage capitalism. Who will survive?
Redatron is in first place with Missy close behind, and Jazz Fads in Montgomery 3 makes Jazz Fads in Montgomery 2 look like Jazz Fads in Montgomery 1 in third place. Bootlegged Bart in fourth, and This Is Ish in fifth.
What do we want from this thing? What do we want from a trivia platform?
Multi-select.
Multi-select.
Point values, being able to vary between questions.
True and false.
Yeah, true and false.
Embeddable videos.
Embeddable videos would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, these things. If you can bring around flexes, that would be cool.
Ooh, could we do questions that are like identify this song or like identify this picture?
Because, pictures would be cool. Yeah.
Like if we go through pictures, could we do like fun sort of alternate quiz type things?
Ooh.
That's a big ask, Alice, and I know that you are already bending time and space to your will, and so
I could theoretically do it.
Up.
I theoretically could do it, but not currently.
On mobile, though, apparently the comments are on the top of the quiz. Potatoes and molasses, the next great MLM salesperson for Stampin'
I just need to explain. The way I would do this is I would have our video in one StreamYard going into an OBS scene into another StreamYard. It would not be worth it, but
I don't know. I like chains of command.
It might be worth it.
But you're at the top. You're at the top, Fluval.
Of course I am.
I'm grabbing a thing so that I can more comfortably hold this tiny microphone. I'm telling you all, the dimensional veil is just having a lot of trouble tonight.
Yeah, the mic you're holding reminds me a lot of Bob Barker. And speaking of old things, here's question number 2.
Could we get a system that randomly, bewilderingly adds and subtracts points from block to
Question number 2. Which of these Halloween candies is oldest? Candy corn, Skittles, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, or Twix? And Blocktoven should just lose points.
Peanut butter cups.
Lock in your answer. Which of these iconic Halloween candies is the oldest? Offbeat Valerie endorses Blocktoven, just losing points sometimes.
For every comment that Blocktoven puts in the chat, it will either add or subtract a random number of points from Blocktoven's next answer. So Blocktoven is always rolling the dice.
So Blocktoven is always playing on a different scale than anyone else.
Yes. It's a private suffering matrix for Blocktoven. That's what you get when you worship Fluval enough. Your own private matrix of suffering. That is what we offer. I bet it's fruit. I bet it's fruit. Thank you, Wizworld. I bet it's fruit. Points. Yeah.
Yeah. But the correct answer was, of course, candy corn. All but one of you got that correct. It was first produced in 1888 by the Görlitz Confectionery Company, which is now known as the Jelly Belly Candy Company.
We love our corn.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups were created in 1928 by Henry Burnett Reese.
Goodness sakes, I could just break it in pieces.
Skittles were first created in 1974, and Twix were introduced in 1967. Missy, I did know that, and intern Forrest listened to your Not a Hate Watch episode the second time. For the time, and it was still great.
And it was fantastic. Everyone should listen to Not a Hate Watch, especially the episodes about The Matrix, which of course is one of our favorite videos created by directors who were sponsored by the Grand Aquarium Empire Network. That's right. Best. They designed our Matrix.
Yes, the best movie. Yes. Some of the best movies directed by humans.
We're actually, we had Lana and Lily. They designed our suffering Matrix.
Yeah,
and then, they're brilliant. They're brilliant.
Yeah, we made it perfect so that even the computer suffers.
Lena, is this the new fuck, marry, kill? Who's the architect, who's the key maker, and who's the Merovingian in this Matrix? I love that.
Oh, I love that.
Lewis Black had a bit about candy corn in a special like 20 years ago. I bet you he did. That seems about right 20 years ago. That Lewis Black would be like, the thing about candy corn. And then,
what's the deal with candy corn? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Apparently, potatoes molasses isn't even getting
Animatrix for life. That is something that was brought up. Everyone should watch the Animatrix. It will make you suffer in beautiful, beautiful ways.
Apparently, potatoes molasses isn't even getting the questions on mobile, so that's some incredible suffering. That's what we call a crowd per level blunder.
That is the promise. That is the suffering promise you get from Radio Free Multiverse. We only make you suffer in the most exquisite ways, and then we will consume it.
Redactron still in first place with Missy close behind in second, Bootlegged Bart in third, This Ish in fourth, and CBC 9000 in fifth place. Foolaloof did great on this question, but it wasn't enough to put them on the overall leaderboard, but there's still plenty of time for Foolaloof to gain points.
Corn that tastes like candy.
Game.
Son of a bitch! Yep, that's Lewis Black.
That is Lewis Black for a segment we call Question 3. Here it comes. Question number 3. According to Google Freightgeist, what was predicted to be the most popular costume in the U.S. on Halloween 2022? Was that a witch, a fairy, a skeleton, or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man!
That's right. Was it a skeleton, a witch?
Where'd you go?
Or was it Spider-Man?
Oh, Stan Lee!
Excelsior!
Wow, Griffin Spider-Man! Fairy is the most common sexual preference in my house. Missy!
That's right, it's me, Stan the Man Lee, here
Welcome,
being
Stan
channeled by Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire.
Welcome. Stan.
What?
We were talking about...
What were you talking about?
Trivia platforms, and I was wondering if you had an idea for a trivia-based superhero or villain. It sounds like this should be...
The Trivia Master.
Are they a hero or a villain?
Yes, they transcend these narrow boundaries.
Okay, anti-hero.
Who do you think my characters are? DC superheroes?
Excelsior.
I mean, look at the ventriloquism I'm doing. My mouth isn't moving at all.
So it's kind of a mental picnic situation.
Yes.
Or a Q.
Big
for those who watch Star Trek.
Pitlick situation.
Ew, Utopia is disgusting. Couldn't be me.
Not me
do
either.
a flip.
Now there
do a
goes
flip,
my
Stanley.
mouth.
Stanley, do a flip.
Do a flip.
Good job. That was
Zach
amazing.
Cherry here, because I'm being told to do a flip.
Oh, shit!
Excelsior!
Excelsior.
Anyway, let's reveal your true answer to all these true believers watching at home. It was a witch!
A witch! What kind of witch?
Just your generic witch.
That makes
Specifically
sense.
not the Scarlet Witch.
No.
Because the Scarlet Witch was another answer in this survey.
Well, yeah.
She was ranked 91st
Witchy shit is like hella in right now.
The
Oh my
top
God.
5 were number 1, Witch. Number 2, Spider-Man. Number 3, your dinosaurs.
Your
Number 4,
dinosaurs.
Stranger Things.
I'm
and
sorry,
number
wait.
5, fairies.
Dinosaur was above
Yes.
Stranger Things and fairies.
Yes. And so was Spider-Man. The
What
top.
kind of dinosaur?
It didn't say.
I'm imagining millions of people in those inflatable T-Rexes running around. Am I right?
Probably.
In one costume.
It was
all of that
probably
together.
those
The entire
inflatable-
Stranger Things.
Yes.
In one costume. I love that.
And they were upside down.
I'm doing perfect.
And look,
I
it's
I
bootleg
have the
Bart.
hair.
I don't know
But I have
why
a
it's
t-shirt.
not shrieking in fright this time.
Oh my God, Fluval. We're being offered promotion of our
By a
channel.
lord.
By a lord.
By an embarrassed lord. A temporarily embarrassed lord.
Yep. There are so many Spider-Mans that year. Very true. I went as one of the Stranger Things, of the things from Stranger Things. Fool aloof, that's incredible. I love those things.
You were one of
hello.
the titular things?
I am Stranger Things. I am one of the things. Yes.
Thing 1 or thing 2?
Classic Doge hype. Yes. The promotions. We have offers. Great username also for that. Yes. Embarrassed Lord. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thanks to our...
This is not a droll. That's the way a lord should be. That is actually what we tried. We wanted to do
Yeah.
late-stage feudalism, who will survive, but the whole feudalist system, no, we upgraded it to capitalism. We just kind of put a sheen over it,
Yes!
you know?
It's
But
still
I
Stan
think
Lee now
I think
under
it
the
works.
mask.
I'm so glad you're
You
still
can
here,
tell
Stan.
because the sunglasses are still showing through.
Just Stranger Things. I went as one of the strangers, you know, from Stranger Things. 3 Stranger Things in a trench coat.
It's
Is
true,
that a
it's
euphemism?
Vincent a Stranger Thing.
Just canceled Netflix, but they had a John Carpenter season of Stranger Things. I'd think about it. I would
It seems
too.
like only
Fuck.
a matter of time until they would do
Okay,
that.
could you imagine though the Stranger Things and they're all the thing?
There is a spooky bed playing underneath this episode.
Yes. Okay, good. I am so glad that it is causing you suffering,
Good.
Alice. And I am so glad that you did not know before this if the spookiness was coming from the movie that your own life has become. Which, wouldn't that be amazing if your life had a soundtrack, but only when terrible things were about to happen, so that you would know just a moment
Well,
beforehand?
for some of our players, terrible things are about to happen
Stranger
as we
are
look at the
things.
points where Bootleg
Good,
Bart.
CBC, I'm so glad you're suffering.
Bootleg Bart has taken the lead by 8,000 points. Fool Aloof in second. CBC 9000 in third. Redactron in fourth. And Missy Information in fifth place.
It's coming from inside the multiverse!
And if you tell John Carpenter it's a video game, he'll probably make it. Excelsior!
And give him some weed.
Yes.
So you set out joints like they're a trail to a box with a
Yes.
stick with a string,
Joints are his Reese's Pieces.
and inside is just a treatment for Stranger Things season. Stranger the Thing. This one stars the dog.
Did
What Fluval?
Did
Sorry,
you know
Stan.
John Carpenter is credited on the Tales from the Crypt pinball machine?
Hell yeah.
It says for the software, so maybe not that John Carpenter, but speaking of Tales from the Crypt,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Speaking of them.
let's go to the next question.
Oh, awesome.
Question 4. Which action icon directed an episode of the HBO series Tales from the Crypt?
Oh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, or Nicolas Cage?
Missy is dressed as the real strange things that the character in Stranger Things saw in a movie growing up. I love that.
I love that.
I love that. That is a mood, if you will.
That is quite a mood. Excelsior.
Quite a whole mood. Oh my god. Yeah.
But get your answers
Stan,
in.
You haven't told us the hook to Trivia Man yet.
They
What's
know
his
things.
like deep secret? He knows things?
But the thing he doesn't know is himself.
Oh no! So he doesn't know who he is,
No,
and he's
he-
like searching for
He
his own
cannot
past,
remember
like John
his
Bourne.
secret identity.
Wait, John Bourne?
Jason
Jason
Bourne.
Bourne.
No Crypt Keeper Fluval.
No.
No boils and ghouls.
Fluve Keeper. I am the Fluve Keeper.
Yes, he knows the thing. They went to college together.
They were roommates for a semester in
They
college,
majored
but
in horror studies.
They weren't that close, really.
They weren't that close, but you know who
The
was?
Thing doesn't smoke weed, and John Carpenter canonically does.
The Thing is famously Wiggly Edge.
Yep. No, they were roommates.
Very
Yeah,
susceptible
they
to
were
peer
roommates.
pressure. Does whatever the people around it are doing.
But it just, it just really wasn't into John Carpenter's whole lifestyle
No.
and stuff. And John, felt kind of judged by that. So, he would kind of smoke more. And then it just became this sort of, toxic dynamic, But then
Well,
John made a
also-
movie about it.
Also, The Thing was a Nepo baby because it was a remake of The Thing from Outer Space.
Yep. That's true.
And that, I'm sure, helped it get... I'm sorry, The Thing from Another World. And I'm sure that helped it get greenlit.
Yep. Wiggly
But
Edge
much
is like
like-
California sober.
Much
Yeah.
like Jamie Lee Curtis, it was so successful, no one cares anymore. Excelsior!
Excelsior, indeed.
But now, let's look at the correct answer, and it's Arnold!
Arnold. Wait, really?
Yes, Arnold was paid $15,000 to
Wow.
direct a single episode and said, quote, "It was, I would say, the greatest joy I've ever had in the movie business."
Incredible.
Other directors on the series include Robert Zemeckis, Richard Donner, Michael J. Fox,
Wait, The Hateful Eight is just a The Thing remake?
and Tom Holland directed an episode of Tales from the Crypt.
The Thing
But
got
not that
recommended.
Tom Holland, not the one you're thinking of, the other one. Not
Lena,
Spider-Man.
Lena says The Thing got recommended to Carpenter by Jamie Lee Curtis. Was Fluval Nepo decanted? Well, Fluval, of
We
course,
all
was
are.
decanted from
Yeah.
Grand Empire Aquarium and
So-
is therefore an iteration of Grand Empire Aquarium.
Yeah, we're all Nepo
the
babies
endless
in a way.
enclosure. Except for,
What? Except
the
for what?
interns that look like me tend to take my place, which is much higher than the other interns. So is that nepotism or is that just cloning?
Two Nepo babies hanging out with their good friend John. And Peelocalypse. Every movie is just a remake of the movie Underwater Bimbos from Outer Space.
True. That is actually a true
Because
thing.
Grand Empire Aquarium is far beyond your limited ability to
True.
comprehend.
True. The endless enclosure, that's not Dean, but you do them a great service, you do, with your suffering.
Every movie is just a remake of those guys leaving that factory.
What?
And every horror movie is a remake of, oh no, that train's gonna hit us.
Oh crap, it's coming right at me!
You know what else is coming right at ya?
Oh god, that train!
Sylvester Stallone didn't direct an episode, but his brother Frank Stallone appeared on the episode Till Death Do We Part.
Oh. I do like workers leaving the Lumiere factory rules. Yes, I really look.
I
feel like the whole
I could
art
go on
form.
top of a bar.
I feel like that art form just went downhill from there.
It really did.
Factual. Fluval gets censored by the bar.
There we go. That's better.
Look, the Federation for a Clean Cosmos is not kosher here.
This might be the last time you
Factual.
see Quiz Kid is what I'm getting at, huh?
Yeah, fuck this shit.
Excelsior!
Frank
Anyway,
Stallone's soundtrack for Staying Alive rules. Good to know.
Bootleg Bart is in first, Missy Information hurtling upwards to second place as Foolaloof is in third, CBC 9000 in fourth, and This Is Ish saying this is fifth place.
Quizfish
Quizfish would be a great name for trivia, Alice, if you're still watching.
Quizfish. So whenever I see the name Frank Stallone, I think Frank Stallion.
That's right, Frank Stallion.
And I imagine him as a horse.
Do you imagine Sylvester Stallion as well?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, and Jas has negative 20,000 points.
Wow. Okay, so I do think that Quizkit is getting something right.
If you can, Alice, you include the ludicrous amount of points you can gain and lose on a single question. Because Blogtoven lost. Yes, Blogtoven, you're in third on that question with negative 9,000 points. Because you answered, but you answered later.
God. Wait, CBC 9000 just received a call from their boss, and it was just the sound of snoring.
This is the sound of snoring.
Wow. What a grand trivia miracle.
What a grand trivia miracle it was.
Sly Stallone was software porn called Italian
It's true. That's just accurate.
In third with negative points. Yes, Blogtoven.
Well, it was originally called The Party at Kitty and Studs.
What the fuck?
And then after the release of Rocky, they retitled it The Italian Stallion. So you know where we're going. Sylvester Stallone, the star of Rocky, goes X-rated. Starring Sylvester Stallone as Stud and Henrietta Holm as Kitty. Supervising film editor Gail Palmer. I love that this porn put the supervising film editor on the poster.
Yeah.
And the screenplay. Mm-hmm. The screenwriter for this porn. Mm-hmm. So he worked 2 days and was paid $200.
Wow.
And the film deals with the sex life of a young New York City woman, Kitty, and her boyfriend, Stud. Oh, the reason he did it is sad.
Oh, he needed money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was homeless for a little bit. And
that's not the kind of suffering that feeds us.
No. Yes, you should watch it for Not a Hate Watch.
Next Not a Hate Watch.
MGM bought it? Oh, no. Wait.
Maybe.
That's wild. Oh, okay. So there was a rumor that there was a hardcore version with Sylvester Stallone, but those were insert shots in more ways than one. Copulation is disgusting, and I want you to know that.
It is repulsive, gross. No more third dimension.
You know who else is famously gross?
What? Who?
Beetlejuice. That's
Beetlejuice?
right, it's Beetlejuice, the subject of our next question, who's walking around backstage now. Which member of the Rat Pack was Tim Burton's first pick to play Beetlejuice in the original film, not the Broadway adaptation, which was quite a creative departure from the original? Is it Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, Dean Martin, or Frank Old Blue Eyes Sinatra?
Ooh.
Lock in your answers about who Tim Burton first wanted to play Beetlejuice.
Which one of these guys looks like Johnny Depp?
Well, no, Michael Keaton was Beetlejuice in the final movie.
Well, yeah, but like clearly
because of his type. Yeah, well, yes. Sammy Davis Jr., famously the dog in Everything is Illuminated. That is true. That is accurate. I've read it. No question showing up for Blogtoven, or a question about Bo Jackson, the famous multi-sport athlete from the 1980s. Tell us what Bo Jackson questions showing up for you, Blogtoven. Sammy Davis Jr., Beetlejuice would have been the greatest film ever created. Well, that is the correct answer.
Really?
Yes, and 3 of you got it correct. It was Sammy Davis Jr. But studio executives shot it down.
Why?
And probably because they were horribly racists.
Oh.
But before the role went to Michael Keaton, they also considered Bill Murray, Jack Nicholson, Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, Tim Curry, Christopher Lloyd, and Dudley Moore.
Oh, wow.
Cowards!
Cowards.
Cowards!
Cowards!
Yes, they were quite cowardly.
Should have answered with your heart. CBC 9000, always true.
But Bootleg Bart got the most points on that question and is holding on to first place with
Tim
Missing
Curry,
Information in second on both. This is Ish in third on both. Things from the Void in fourth for the question, but Fluval still in fourth with negative 347 points of our overall score. And Blogtoven in fifth with negative 5,000 points for our overall score.
Yes!
3 players have positive points on the board.
Alice, can people only get negative points?
We want it to be a race to the bottom.
Yes!
And Foolaloof howling in agony.
Howling in agony.
For the negative points.
Anguish Towel, thank you for that suffering.
And picking a good point to howl when the sound alert is visible, because the quiz also covers that.
Wow. That quiz is just selfish. I'm just gonna be real. It's like
the real attention.
capitalism simulator. Only negative points.
Only negative points.
Tim Curry was a Mozart in the original Amadeus with Ian McKellen, Salieri. Incredible. Incredible.
And you can learn such other great things from our ad break with our great Halloween sponsors, because we'll be right back.
Knives, knives, knives. We have everything for your slashing needs.
I'm not a professional announcer.
Don't just think about it. Power, fame, glory. You know you want it. You know you can't do it alone. Call from the privacy of your own lair. Patrons on your plane are waiting for your call. Archfey, fiends, celestials. We've got it all. Call now and you'll be connected to a patron who would love to hear from you. Not a recorded message. A real patron who wants you in their service. Call now. Just one soul a call. For warlocks only. Call 1-900.
It's 1-800-PATRON, 1-900-PATRON for you.
Has this ever happened to you? You're out in the woods slashing down some horny teens and, oh no, a final girl survived.
Welcome back to our stunning game of trivia with Potatoes Molasses flexing with 0 points.
Having exactly 0 points is actually quite a flex.
Yeah. And speaking of Halloween, our next question is about John Carpenter's iconic film series.
Potatoes.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Including Halloween Ends, how many Halloween movies have there been? 10, 5, 13, or 69?
Gosh. Vote with your heart.
Vote with your heart.
Vote with your heart. Impressive. Now release your anger.
Oh, it's working again for Potatoes Molasses now.
You must have sensed that your friends are in danger.
Yo, why did you slice off my hand?
It's imperative that you understand.
Obi-Wan would never bother.
Never.
Telling you about your father.
He told me enough. He told me that you killed him.
There's something I must reveal then.
What is it?
It's that Head Cheese Henry is here. Hello, Head Cheese 126. Also Henry. Yay, welcome. We're playing with this is Halloween in January.
Halloween in January. How delightfully droll.
Be sure to lock in your answers about how many Halloween movies there have been, including Halloween Ends.
True.
The correct answer is 13.
No, that's impossible.
And of course, those 13 movies span multiple timelines, and Laurie has died in 2 of those timelines. Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. 5 of you got it right. It was 13. And also, there have only been 12 Friday the 13th movies, which really puts a lot of pressure on the next Friday the 13th, because it's Friday the 13th 13.
Wow.
And that has to, that better be good if you're going to even try it.
Right?
But
That's
looking at our
definitely-
scores, Missy Information got the most points on that question, but Bootleg Bart still in
Halloween.
first place. We now have 4 players with positive scores.
Wow.
With Bootleg Bart, Missy Information, This Is Ish, and Redactron all have positive scores, with Peelocalypse in 5th place with negative 4,000 points.
the 13th.
Halloween free multiverse, because it's Halloween in January. How fiendishly droll.
Halloween free multiverse. Finally, an immersive Halloween experience for the rest of us.
Finally. But speaking
Finally.
of immersive horror experiences, let's go to our next question, which is about the series Leprechaun. Warwick Davis stars in the Leprechaun series as the titular killer. Which of these is not a real title from the series? Leprechaun 4, In Space, Leprechaun Origins, Leprechaun 7, Luck of the Dirish, or Leprechaun in the Hood? Choose the one that is not a real movie in the Leprechaun series. Radio Halloween Multiverse.
Love that. I do also like Peocalypse. You finally got it to work and then got it wrong, which is the American dream. It is. Tulip to
Recon. Back to not working for Blogtoven.
Oh, good. Suffer.
The crowd per bungle of the night.
Beautiful. I love the suffering. I'm sorry, I just can't get over Luck of the Dirish.
Yeah.
I really hope that's a real one.
You hope it's a real movie.
You know what's wonderful? When I was but a young third-dimensional being, I saw a movie cover for Leprechaun, and for years after that, I was afraid of leprechauns in the corner of my room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It never worked for Missy on mobile. Yeah, that implementation seems a little... So here's the thing. The developers who make QuizKit have their own mobile app for trivia shows, so I think that they just completely stopped supporting this.
That sounds...
Because they
like
want to
something.
shuffle you over to more, their app for trivia. Yeah, I did accidentally quote Alec Baldwin.
So here's the thing.
Anyway,
Lepra,
the correct...
Wrath of Khan.
The one that isn't real is Leprechaun 7, Luck of the Dirish. We made that up. The other ones are all real. Leprechaun 4 in Space was released in 1997. Leprechaun in the Hood was released in 2007. And Leprechaun Origins was released in 2014. It was produced by WWE Studios and didn't involve Warwick Davis, but it was part of the WWE. And by the way, here's a fact factal for you. In 1995, Warwick Davis and Peter Burrows founded a talent agency called Willow Management that represents actors under 5 feet or over 7 feet tall and that have trouble getting cast outside of niche roles.
Lena can't see any questions in the quiz, but it sure can show usernames and pointed mouse.
A leprechaun
Hood
jumping
was
is
07.
also leapdracon.
A leapdracon.
Oh,
Because they leapt.
no, that's a typo. You caught an intern's error. Leprechaun in the Hood was 2000.
Oh, I mean... So.
And Leprechaun Back to the Hood was 2003.
Wow.
There wasn't a Leprechaun movie there was not a Leprechaun movie at all in 2007.
Where is the pure soul that doesn't know about Leprechaun in Space? I would like to watch Leprechaun in Space.
Well, Bootleg Bart is still in first place, Missy in second, This Is Ish in third, Redactron in fourth, but Potatoes Molasses in fifth. So many of you got it right. We have more players with positive scores now.
Wow.
5 of 11 players at the very least have positive point totals. Be sure to flex and show off if you have a deeply negative total in terms of your points.
Yay! I look. Jason in Space. Jason X.
Jason X.
Man, fantastic film.
When Leprechaun in Space.
When Leprechaun in Space.
Waiting for Bootleg to step on a rake, says Missy Information. Yes. Rakes, his arch enemy. Blogtoven with negative 13,000 points. Is Jason X...
Whoa!
No, Busta Rhymes is not in Jason X. Busta Rhymes is in a Halloween movie where he beats up Michael Myers.
Blogtoven just wanted everyone to know.
But yes, David Cronenberg is in Jason X as a scientist.
I Leprechaun.
A leprechaun not wait. Well, why don't we...
A leprechaun not wait.
Let's not wait for the next question. Question number 8 coming up now. In 1993, Christopher Guest directed a remake of which 50s monster movie classic? Them! Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, The Giant Gila Monster, or The Blob?
Oh, my. Everything's getting real spooky, huh, Flu?
Yeah. Got spooky for a second.
Got real spooky for a second there.
As we talked about this 1950s classic getting remade, it was real spooky.
Wow. Missy is 50-50.
You know, one of these came out in the 80s. Well, ooh, we'll see if you're right, Missy. Perhaps it is you who have stepped on a rake.
Perhaps. Halloween Resurrection is the one with
Halloween
Busta.
Resurrection where Busta Rhymes fights Mike Myers, famed character actor.
Michael Myers, you know, the guy from Wayne's World. Thank you so much. Fluval.
What?
If you were trapped under a lake,
I would never be trapped.
Emerge to murder on one day a year. What day would that be?
Fluve's Day at 7.
Fluve's Day at 7, of course, of course. I should have known. I would probably want to do it on Christmas. Because,
yes, it was. This is ish.
Resurrection was where they were live streaming the house. Wow. Ow woo.
Ow, ow.
Ow woo woo.
Wait, so Blogtoven, would you emerge on Nixon's birthday? Is that what you're saying?
Ow.
Ow. Emerge from a lake to me? Anyway, the correct answer was, of course, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. 3 of you got it right. And it starred Daryl Hannah.
Oh.
Daryl Hannah played the titular woman, and it premiered on HBO in the US and was released theatrically internationally. People always called Nancy the little woman. They'll never do that again.
Wow.
Because she's 50 feet tall.
50 feet tall. Knew it, and it wouldn't let you vote. I'm so glad that you suffered. Monday, Fluve's Day. Wednesday, Thursday, Fluve's Day starts again. Yes.
Missy stepped on a rake, but Bootleg Bart didn't, so they increased their lead. This is Ish in 2nd, Redactron in 3rd, Peelocalypse in 4th, That's Fancy Montgomery in 5th. But overall score is Bootleg Bart in 1st, Missy Information in 2nd, This is Ish in 3rd, Redactron in 4th, and Potatoes Molasses in 5th place. Fool Aloof saying Daryl can attack them anytime. Which is fair.
Who's Daryl?
Daryl Hannah. This is Daryl Hannah.
That person. Okay. Born on Fluve's Day. Christened on Fluve's Day. Of course. I was, of course, christened on a Fluve's Day. As are all interns.
Yeah, Socrates' friend Daryl. Socrates' friend Daryl.
Socrates.
Yeah, Socrates. You know, like Bill and Ted met.
Married on Fluve's Day. Took ill on a Fluve's Day. You should.
Fluve's Day. Fluve's Day. Fluve's Day. Fluve's Day. Fluve's Day.
Fluve's Day.
Fluve's Day. What a day. Spending all week with you.
At 11.
These days are all Fluve's days.
I heard slander. Grew worse on Fluve's Day, died on Fluve's Day.
That's right, that was slander from Head Cheese Henry.
Thank you for the
now,
slander.
Why don't we go to question number 9, our penultimate question.
Wow.
Here it comes. On BoJack Horseman, which Hollywood star injured themselves after walking into the Halloween in January store? Andrew Garfield, Jake Gyllenhaal, Daniel Radcliffe, or Vance Wagner?
St. Fluve's Day.
Lock in your answers now about this iconic BoJack Horseman cutaway gag.
Solomon Fluval died on Fluve's Day. That was the end of Solomon Fluve's Day. This one Missy knows. Favorite one-off character.
Well, we'll see if you get it right, Missy.
In January, you said the thing.
A couple of these are one-off characters on BoJack Horseman.
Blog cannot answer again. Wonderful. Suffering.
I like the Blogtoven. Blogtoven seems to always end up on the wrong side of our trivia.
The January Man. Halloween 2 mascot.
The January Man. January Man.
He loves lasagna and hates Mondays.
Blog was robbed, Apocalypse. I agree.
Blog
and isn't that beautiful?
Yes, and isn't that wonderful?
But
the suffering, my God.
Let's see which Hollywood star was injured walking into the Halloween in January store. It was Andrew Garfield, who loves lasagna.
Garfield!
Hates lasagna. Hates lasagna, loves Mondays.
Oh, really?
Sure.
No.
You passed my test.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't.
It was the amazing Spider-Man himself, Andrew Garfield. The store also injured Jimmy Fallon, who was hit by a bus while taking a selfie in front of it.
Fuloloof was so confident. Agner Drewfield. I was like trying to say.
Missy did get it correct though. This is Isham, Bootlegged Bart, Potatoes Molasses, CBC 9000, Things from the Void, Fuloloof, and Redactron all got negative points on that one. But because that was our penultimate question, let's go over the entire scoreboard. In first, Bootleg Bart. In second, Missy Information. In third, This Is Ish. In fourth, Redactron. And there the positive points end. In fifth, Potatoes Molasses. Sixth, Peelocalypse. Seventh, Jess Vatsu Montgomery. Eighth, Things from the Void. Ninth, Blogtove. In 10th, Fuloloof. And 11th, CBC 9000. So now, our ultimate Halloween in January question. Before jack-o'-lanterns were carved from pumpkins, they were carved from which of these vegetables? The bottle gourd, the ghastly haunted onion, butternut squash, or turnips? Lock in your answers about the history of those spooky lanterns we call Jack.
This has been asked and answered.
Sure has. Rewarding loyal viewers.
Sure has. I heard that they were making onions out of glass these days.
Did you see the poker face I kept up to that?
Halloween tradition. It's a Halloween tradition.
It might be a looper of a question that keeps coming around and around.
It's like the Halloween trivia question. That and who is Michael going to kill first?
Maybe it will weigh down your points like a brick.
Perhaps.
Are those plants related? Because I think those brothers bloom.
What?
I've just been working Ryan Johnson film titles into sentences.
Okay.
And waiting for you to notice, but I got through almost all of them. So I didn't want you to have knives out.
Wow, we got a nice boo from Missy.
And by the way, this weekend, Landmark Cinemas is doing a Ryan Johnson Film Festival where they're re-showing Ryan Johnson movies theatrically. Missy Information farted in my general direction after that question.
Slander.
Well, let's look at the answer.
Ooh.
The correct answer is turnips. 7 of you got it right. Originating in Ireland, people would hollow out turnips and place a lump of coal in it as a type of lantern and set it at the door as a guide for a poor soul named Jack of the Lantern. This person was said to have tricked the devil twice. Sam Wise, how dare you interrupt me?
Applauds. What about Ryan Johnson?
Ryan Johnson, not...
Ooh, what happened to Ryan Johnson? What about him?
Well, the Ryan with a Y hasn't been seen since he was spoiling Star Wars.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
Let's look at the final results of this game of trivia. Bootlegged Bart is our winner. Missy Information in second. This Is Ish in third. Redactron in fourth. Potatoes Molasses in fifth. Things from the Void with an even 0.
Oh, Alice. The other thing that it needs needs is some kind of cheer when it reveals the final winners. Like it needs like some kind of
needs,
sound
like,
celebration
podiums and drama, but it
Like-
needs these. It needs these flexes.
It definitely. A winner is you. A winner is you.
Great, it hid Jass's score behind someone else's.
Soundboard chaos. Yes.
What a great system! Oh look, there's all the CDCs blocking me. Get out of here! No, you can't block me.
Aloof,
You
lovely.
cannot. No one can block me. I am
none
Fluval,
can
except the
block
final
Fluval.
scores. The final scores can block me.
Things from the
apparently.
void. Zero.
Oh no!
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a
Keep your
stew.
flexes. Let
Stick
me
those in
dodge
that
your
stew.
flexes.
Bootleg
Oh.
Bart, ridiculously more.
Alice, I hope you were taking notes on all of our improvements to this trivia
When
system.
vamps. When vamps. When vamps.
When vamps.
Potatoes.
I beat Jeff
Boil 'em,
since
mash
I
'em, stick 'em in
couldn't
a stew.
answer.
That's actually true. If you
Shakes
joined
fist.
and never answered, you would have 0 the whole time.
I'd watch vamps again.
You know
Me
what
too.
I would watch again?
Incredible.
I'd also watch this again.
Yeah.
And this. Da-da-da-da.
Right in the kisser.
Boom! Right in the kisser.
Potatoes. Boil 'em,
Wait, is
mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
that Earth?
I hope you heard. You didn't hear it, but someone. But
Someone farted perfectly.
yeah, Redactron timed the fart right to the planet destroy.
Yeah.
I do like that. I do think that the quicker you answer, the higher
Probably.
you score is good. Oh right, we haven't blown up a planet.
Yes. Destroyer of worlds.
What a realistic planet destruction that was.
Wow.
That's a throwback.
Incredible. Incredible. Oh, fuck. Incredible. R.I.P. Earth.
That was the original Planet Destroy cam.
Oh, felt that one. That was different. It was.
Sometimes it hits different.
Sometimes it does. Ow.
Ah woo, says Things from the Void. Ah woo.
Love that the veil gets real thick when the planets explode. Yeah. That's
Untold
for your
decimation.
suffering. All for your suffering. How?
But thank you for joining us for Halloween in January.
Thank you so much.
You're going to want to be sure to join us next week for 10 more terrifying trivia questions about a mystery topic. Find out what it was next week on the show. And if you want to know a little early, support us at patreon.com/Radio Free Multiverse so you have more time to study up on our game of trivia. But we'll see you next January and February. It's all about the January, man.
In February.
It's all about the January, man. But we'll see you next week. We have your coordinates.
We do.
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away. Fluval, 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 Fluval.